You look great. You're in great shape. You're looking absolutely fit. How are you feeling, Yuvraj?
Feel good. It's nice to be back and breathing the fresh air, having a nice meal and enjoying my family and friends. So it's nice to live like a normal human being.
We've got the rain along, so we aren't complaining.
Yes, of course. I think it's very hot over here.
Let me start by asking you that I think you fought your entire battle against cancer in a fairly public domain. We've seen tweets from you, we've seen pictures of you from the hospital bed with your head shaved off. Why did you choose to do that?
Well, it was important for me to send a positive message out there. Initially, it was tough for me to be diagnosed with cancer, and I wasn't coming to terms with it. But once I got the proper diagnosis, and I decided that this is the way it's going to be, and it's very important for the people out there who are suffering from the same disease to be positive. I wanted their families to be with them, give them support, give them love, and stand out and don't be afraid of it. I'm sure if you have the positive and the mental attitude, you will come out of it.
Yuvraj, they say a cancer diagnosis sort of changes everything in life. I'm sure everyone would want to know what's the exact moment when it was confirmed, and how did you react to it?
I think I had issues with my breathing and coughing in the World Cup. It became worse when the IPL ended, so I just decided to go for a test. And when I got the diagnosis, it was a bit of a shock to myself, especially to my mother. And of course, my friends around, people who were sitting here, it wasn't easy for them to take it. I think when a person goes through such a time, it's tougher for the family to go through as well. And yeah, I mean, year and a half has gone by, but I'm very thankful to God that I'm back on track and I've got a second opportunity in life.
It can't be easy, of course, for anyone. Was there shock? Was there a sense of anger, or was there a sense of disbelief that how can this happen to me?
Wasn't disbelief. It was just shock, and as I said that when I got the man of the series with the World Cup, I said, why me? So why should I say why me right now? I never complained. I was upset, but I read about what's the disease and how many people go through it. 8 lakh people in India die of cancer every time. So I was a bit of a shock to me, and I thought, I'm just another person in life who's got this disease, so I shouldn't be complaining. It took a while for me to get my mind on the right track and get treated.
What did your mother say to you the moment both of you got to know about this diagnosis?
I actually didn't have anything to say to my mom. The doctor called me and he said that there's a tumor in your lung, tumor outside your lung, and because I already knew when I saw the X-ray there was something wrong. There was a big ball over my heart, and it wasn't a good sign. So I spoke to the doctor. I said, I hope you never told my mother. He said, but sorry, Yuvraj, I called your mother before I called you. So I was sitting in the lobby, and my mom came and she was crying. It wasn't good to see her like that, but she's been very shocked to all this period, and because she's the reason I'm sitting here. She's taking care of me like a 2-year-old baby. So it was a very tough time to go through all that dilemma.
It's funny, you're speaking about it in a strange matter of fact now. Has all of it been completely internalized and
I think it's always it's like a big scar on my body, and it's always going to be there. And that's the reason we decided to go with UV-Can. UV-Can was a big dream for us. When I was going through it, I thought, I don't know how much cricket I'm going to play. If I play for India, if I don't play for India, I don't know what I will stand up with, but this is something which I really want to do for the people. Because the pain it caused me, it's not easy to take. So I feel for another cancer patient or another cancer survivor, what they've gone through, what they're going through. So I will do something for them, lend my hand. Detection and stigma is very important.
Sure.
I think a lot of people are mistaken that how cancer happens, and early detection, if we can try and get that, we can get the percentage of cancer to a limited stage. So we and we want to do something for the people out there. You know, every cancer survivor I've seen, you know, wants to give a hand to this venture. So, you know, I can't do it alone. I've got a great team. I've got a great asset around me. Hopefully we can do a better job. This idea came with Lance Armstrong's foundation. Our team went to Austin and had a discussion with them, and you know, in progress we've seen great stuff, and hopefully this will do wonders for the cancer society.
Would that be your main aim, to push for early detection and to remove the stigma that surrounds the disease? Would that be the main aim of UVCAN?
Yes, of course, because we have two reasons which can, I mean, if you're not diagnosed at the right time and if you get delayed, you know, you might not have a second chance. So it's important to get detected early. You know, we will push people to go and get the checkup. We will push people and you know, try and spread awareness so that there's no stigma around it. We can, as I said, I can't do it alone. I need the help of the nation and people around here, the media, my family. So hopefully, you know, we can do a good job.
You mentioned that perhaps your body was giving signals early on during the World Cup. Have your doctors ever suggested to you the fact that perhaps you were the player of the tournament? You gave that good performance to us in the World Cup, perhaps being a cancer patient?
Well, I had issues, but you know, when I got to Nitesh and said that I've got issues with my breathing, when I tested me and said that you can't be in the World Cup, so I'm glad I didn't meet Nitesh at that time. I was playing the World Cup final, and I was telling my physio that, you know, there's something terribly wrong with me. I don't know what it is. I can't sleep. It's been 3 weeks I haven't slept, and so I said tomorrow the World Cup final. And I said, if God, if He wants to take my life, it's fine, but He just wants the World Cup final. So I think God just pushed me a little bit to Himself and He made a second life.
I keep saying that. I keep saying that. You say all of this with so much strength and so much conviction now. But that entire period when your chemotherapy was on, that must be tough because it saps everyone, as we know.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough to be positive. It was tough to have the right attitude, but you know, I had the right support staff. As I said, Dr. Nitesh was always on my case. Dr. Lawrence he's the best doctor I've gone to. So, you know, I had good people around me. I had my mother, I had my friends. And it was tough to go through it, especially to, you know, get up every day and go for a walk. It was hard on the body, and I knew that's going to happen. The doctors told me about it, but I was positive, and it was important for me to send a message across back home that, you know, I'm fighting hard, I'm being positive. There was a lot of support from India, there was a lot of love and affection. I think that's the reason why I come back. A lot of support from the BCCI, from the President, Mr. Shukla. So everybody gave me a lot of love and affection and support. That's what I actually needed at that time.
What was the toughest period? What was the toughest thing to do? Sitting on your bed, perhaps seeing the world go by outside, or other side effects of chemotherapy? What was the toughest?
Side effects were there, you know. You can't eat the food, you can smell the food, it gets really frustrating, and when you get up in the morning, I used to be scared to get up because I know the food's going to come out. You know, watching India playing in Australia was also, I mean, I wanted the guys to win, but it was fortunate I wasn't there, so it was just a lot of desperation. And I remember Anil Kumble walking in one day and telling me to shut my TV off and just concentrate on my health. And he said one day will come when you get back on your feet.
Do you now appreciate life in newer and better ways, Yuvraj?
Yes, of course. I don't take my health for granted anymore. Try and see, you know, if I've got a muscle sore, I make sure I take care of it. As sports we take our bodies for granted, and even if we have niggles, we still go and play, but try and take care of my body. You know, just as I said, to breathe the fresh air, to have a nice meal. I appreciate it all life. I mean, it's very easy to say in words, but I'm the only person who knows what it feels like to breathe normally in life.
You mentioned Lance Armstrong, and you took a lot of inspiration from him. He tested positive for testicular cancer and went on to get many laurels after that. Is UV Can sort of coming out of some of the inspiration that you got from Lance Armstrong and his own foundation as well?
I think most of it, all this venture, the UV Can venture has come from Armstrong. And of course, Mr. Sanjay Lal will talk more about it. But all I want to say is the inspiration has come from Lance Armstrong and his team, and hopefully, we can, make a better name for the Cancer Society in India, and everybody can be very proud of it.
Do you realize that in some ways you've sort of become the face of cancer care in India?
Yes, I have. Indirectly, directly, I am the face of cancer, and before, if I met a cancer patient, I would feel bad for him, but if I meet a cancer patient, I know what pain they've gone through, and now just there, giving them a positive approach, giving them inspiration, what actually answers them to me.
How active will your participation be in this entire
charity? As much as possible, it's important for me to come back and play for India. But when I'm not playing or if I'm not doing anything, I'm sure I'm going to come and participate in all the ventures, and hopefully a lot of people can support me on this.
I think the question most journalists want to hear now is, when do we see Yuvraj back to active cricket?
Well, I've spoken to them about 100 times now that my target is to come back in the T20 World Cup. It's been tough on the body, trying to build a new body over here, so it's going to take a lot of time. It's been a month and a half I've been training. And another 2 months I should be back on track, so keeping my fingers crossed and wishes from everyone. A lot of people are giving for my comeback, and I'm very thankful to everybody's support. As I said, to the media, to the BCCI. So I'm really working hard, and I'll do the best I can, because this is a new life for me.
Cancer has a way of sort of dominating every conversation, being a part of every memory, Do you sometimes get tired of it, that people now only want to talk about this and what you went through?
Not really, it's important for me to give a message out there to people. It's important for me to tell people out there that even if you go through cancer, if you have the positive attitude, you can come out, you can live like a normal person, and you can get back to work. Because when I come back on the field, a lot of people will get inspired to go through the treatment and come back and look.
During that entire process, did cricket and everything else seem like something far away?
Yes, I used to miss cricket a lot, but as I said, Kumble came and gave me a lecture. I was hoping that he seems very sweet, but the lecture is going to come soon, so it was important for me to understand that not to focus on the game and to focus on my health, because it's only going to make me desperate to come back. It was tough, as an athlete you want to play 24/7, you run all the time, and suddenly you're 4 months on the bed. It's not a great feeling, but that's the reality, and we all have to face it.
Anything you'd want to say to your mother this morning?
Oh, well, she's been the pillar of my strength, and she's, as I said, taking care of me like a 3-year-old child, and she's always been there, and that's the reason why I'm sitting here. And to all the cancer survivors, patients, I just want to say that be strong. I want their families to support them, and any way I can help, I'm always there to support you, to inspire you, to motivate you. So, thank you.
I think I'll open it perhaps to the media, but just to say that may the C word in your vocabulary always be cricket, and wishing you a very healthy life.